Hey guys, so this week for a little bit of a change of pace I'm actually playing a game at my local GW because there's an Escalation little campaign going on at the moment. So it's 750 points and today I'm playing Steve. Say hi, Steve.
G'day, how's it going?
And this is Steve's army. If you could just tell us what's in your army over here, Steve.
Nice. So I've got 30 Corsairs with full command, all armed with handbows. The general is a master with a Sea Dragon Cloak, heavy armour, halberd, the Ruby Ring of Ruin, and a Luckstone.
Okay.
I've got 5 Dark Riders with repeated crossbows and a musician. And I've got 12 Witch Elves with full command.
Okay, sweet. And then just having a look at my army over here, I have 16 Graveguard with my Master Necromancer here. Over here I have 30 Skeletons with full command, and over here I have 5 Black Knights with a Vampire on a Hellsteed with heavy armor and shield. Had to think about that for a second. So it's just a regular 750 point pitch battle, and yeah, so off to my turn 1, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's right. Okay. So that was the end of turn 1, my turn 1, and as you can see I've just moved forward towards the Elves. I was seriously considering getting in there, but I thought I'd just raise a few skeletons instead, so I added 5 skeletons to that group. And yeah, that was turn 1. It's pretty amazing. So on to Dark Elf turn 1.
Alrighty, so as you can see at the end of my turn 1, I've moved the Dark Riders and Witch Elves up around the flank. I shuffled the Corsair Horde into the forest just to find out what it is. Turns out it's a Whomping Wood. Yeah, the Dark Riders took shots at the Graveguard and killed one. Yes!
Oh,
and
no!
That is the sum total of my turn.
Beautiful. Okay, so that was the end of my second turn, and I got my guys into combat here, but I did lose my Necromancer, which really sucked. I only got him in due to Van Hel's, and it really didn't do me many favours. I kind of screwed up the deployment of my guys, so I didn't get any rank bonuses as well. So yeah, pretty poor turn for me, really. Mainly just because I screwed up my own tactics. So hopefully the next turn won't be as bad.
Alrighty, so I rallied the Dark Riders and then moved them round back into the centre to block off the charge from the Skeletons. I moved the Corsairs up to fire at the Black Knights. Magic did nothing, was dispelled. Yeah. Shooting, however, managed to kill 2 Black Knights, and that was about it. Over in the combat with the Witch Elves and the Graveguard, the Witch Elves pulled out the pain and managed to win the combat by 1.
Horrible turn for me. Come on, some luck. That's the end of turn 3, and as you can see I pretty much have nothing left on the board. This failed to do a damn thing, which was hilarious. Not that it really mattered, because over here I lost my Vampire and lost all my horses. In one attack I lost my Vampire. I pretty much lost this combat over here. Yeah, so no more generals, no more anything. I'm crumbling. It's game over by the end of my turn 3. What a game. I just have to thank Steve for tabling me and showing me how gracious a winner he is.
Alright, you're welcome, I guess.
So yeah, so I guess I'll have to see if I can do better in my next game. So to continue with my theme, playing another game at Games Workshop today, this Escalation game. It's a 750 point game of Undead versus Beastmen. I'm playing Brent today. Say hi, Brent.
Hey.
And Brent, if you could just tell me what you've got on the battlefield over here.
I have 2 units of 20 gauze, so I have the minimum of 3 units in the army. One group has a command of full command, you know, musician, samurai, champion. The other has a brave shaman, who's the level 2. He's got transformation of Kadon and a signature spell, Whiston's Wild Form, so he's a unit buffer, and also for dispelling. He's meant to take out the other enemy magic, because against undead that's important, because he'll keep trying to raise up those damn skeletons.
Beautiful.
And these Minotaurs over here are a hard-hitting snowball of a unit, because they win one combat, they get some buffs, and then they keep sort of winning, they get even more buffs.
Okay, beautiful. And pretty much taken the same thing as I did last game. I've just slightly mixed it up a bit. So we've got 20 skeletons here with full command. We've got 10 skeletons over here with a Necromancer Lord over there. I've got a smaller unit of Graveguard here. There's only 10 of them now. And my unit of Black Knights. And we're ready to start Beastmen turn 1.
Alright, advancing all my forces straight into towards combat. No, not in range yet, because Beastmen, this army, is all about combat. There's no shooting, there's no like range damage magic, it's all unit buffing magic. And the wizard casted one spell, signature spell for Beastmen, Lord of Beasts, Whiston's Wild Form, giving this unit +1 strength and toughness. He suffered a calamitous detonation and magically blew up 3 of the guys in his unit, and with a very lucky roll of a 1 for wounding, he didn't wound himself, so he's still alive, and my magic phase was otherwise a success.
Okay, now on to my turn 1.
I think that was bad. Wait till you get into combat.
So that was the end of my turn 1, and the battlefield looks a little bit like this. I was sort of setting up to hopefully Van Hels into these guys over here, and that didn't happen. So really, not much going on for me this round. So I'm just getting ready to receive the Beastmen charge, I think, which is going to be horrible. So it'll be an interesting turn. Alright, on to turn 2.
Alright, so the Beastmen charged the Knights on this end, and they lost, I think, 2 guys to the Knights, or maybe 3 guys, and the Brave Shaman took a wound, so he's down. The Knights were tougher than I expected with their armour and striking back, which is a good thing I had Whiston's Wild Form, giving him the +1 strength and toughness. Unfortunately, they didn't wound any of the Knights because of their armour, and I realised this might have been a mistake, and the Knights might slowly chip away at that unit of Gauls. And now in this combat, the Gauls face the unit of Skeletons, who are lower initiative, less armour, not so tough, and we managed to win that combat and reduce their number of ranks, and we'll see how the next combat goes when we don't have the charge boats. And the Minotaurs failed to get all our way, and so they're just chilling there.
Yeah.
But when the cows get into combat, it'll be scary.
Oh yes, it will. Alright, so on to my next turn. So the battlefield looks pretty different after my turn. Over here, the vampires and the Black Knights made the Beastie Gauls, are they? Are they Beastie Gauls? Oh, they're just regular Gauls, sorry. Made them flee. I failed my pursuit roll. That was terrible. I rolled like 2 2s and a 1. We also broke them over here. So I let them flee because, unfortunately, these guys are going to come ramming into my face at the end of, well, at the start of this turn, so that's not going to be fun. And my magic pretty much got dispelled, so it'll be an interesting turn, I think. So, on to Beastmen turn. So that's the wrap up. My Graveguard over here charged the Minotaurs and massacred them on a run over. Same deal with over here as well. So it was a good game, Brent. Thanks for the game. Yeah.
The only thing I could think of that would have turned that around would be if I said the Minotaurs had great weapons to get through all that damn white armor.
Yeah.
And if I had him put my Brave Shaman up against your vampire and kept his magic in, it would have gone better.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, no, it was a good game. Interesting game against Beastmen because I don't get to play him very often. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to next week for another game.
Okay.
I just thought I'd take this little bit on the end to thank the guys at GW for allowing me to use their store and allowing me to videotape the games that I played. So thanks very much, GW Ringwood. You guys rock.